Welcome, travelers. I'm Josh.
I'm Glenn.
And I'm Lee Wanika, and this is Tabletop Journeys, where we will be your not-so-humble guides on the quest for RPG adventures.
Here at Tabletop Journeys, we are all devoted role players and storytellers at heart, and we absolutely love sharing our passion with you. On our show, we feature diverse tabletop RPG systems, demonstrating them through actual plays and breaking down the rules to provide you with tips, tools, and techniques to help you navigate them. We also love bringing the content creators behind these games into the studio to give you a peek behind the curtain with relevant and insightful interviews.
Let us help you get the most out of your story, no matter what game world or system you're playing, because detailed settings, heroic characters, diverse NPCs, and a focus on story over rules can make any campaign legendary. Now, here's a message from friends of the show.
Do you tire of always handing out the same old +1 and +2 weapons to your martial player characters in your 5th edition games? Are the Flame Tongue and the Frostbrand making campaign after campaign just tepid and bland? Perhaps your players need some equipment from the Old Sword Repository. Now on Kickstarter, Old Sword Repository 2022 is the 3rd book in the series. Each book is a small, digest-sized softcover with 30 or more magic items in them, mostly swords. What started in 2020 with Sword Temper Prompt turned into a successful Kickstarter campaign last year, with the 2020 and 2021 books both available on DriveThruRPG. Has led to another Kickstarter this year with even more weapons with which to allow your Murder Hobo players to eviscerate the dungeon denizens that you put before them. With fantastic, unique art from 5 different artists, and rules for each one written by myself, Old Sword Repository 2022 promises to bring powerful weapons and treasure to your games, the likes of which your players haven't seen before.
Alright, I believe that the blue creatures are about to take an action.
Okay.
Except for the one that just got obliterated.
Exactly. And the one that's in the trap.
And the one that's in the trap. That's going to be trying to get out of the trap. The first one in the trap is going to cast a little bit of magic. And it's on my friend, Mr. Krieg, who's feeling so healthy already. Let's hit him again. Want to be the punching bag? You get to be the punching bag, right? So you have a speed of 6. 1 hit, take 2 points of damage. You are hit with a jet of water. Take 1 humanity point away, my friend.
Ooh.
So mortals, the more exposure to affinities they get, they lose humanity. And when you reach 0, you collect an insanity, I guess would be the closest thing to call it. And then you get to start all over again.
Is this the point where I might be able to use Iron Will?
Yes, you can. Iron Will. You get to roll one die, and you're trying to counteract the one hit on you. So you have to roll your speed or under.
All right. And for the audience that's listening, the iron runs strong in this hunter's veins, giving me the ability to roll a matching stat check to negate. I'm trying to roll under
your speed. Because it targeted your speed.
No, yes, I did. Because I'm rolling with a die that's got the tens place, so 0. Excellent.
0? You mean 10?
No, because 1-0 would be the tens place, so I rolled a 0, so that would be...
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a tens dice.
Yeah. Maybe
okay.
Yeah.
So effectively, you rolled a 1. I pull all of my 10s dice out so I wouldn't have that confusion.
Yeah, I actually did that because I wanted it a different color for those, but I didn't even think about that. I will get a different.
No problem. You managed to resist it. You do not take the humanity point either because you did not take the damage.
Excellent.
So you don't take the damage. It hits you, but you don't take the damage. So that was the first one of them. You got 3 more. See if the next one hits you. Same thing. Hits you 4 times. You see if you can resist one.
Okay.
Does anybody have any healing?
I did not resist on that
All right.
one.
I'm just going to add these up as we go along.
Yep.
So that's 4. Next one has 1. See if you resist it. That's 5 hits. And the last one.
I did resist.
So it's 14 points of damage from all of them. You're still up, right?
I am still up.
And you are wet, and you lose 7 humanity as all these powers are pelting into you. So your humanity's down to 3 right now.
Okay.
Ugh.
It's the joy of being onslaughted by magical abilities. The human brain has a hard time processing them.
None of them are closing.
They're all huddled together around the one in the trap.
Got you. So they're not
And the one
approaching.
in the trap is going to try. He has to roll exact to get out of the trap. They were going to help pull him out, but they decided they were better stop the monster coming at them.
Yeah, I'm not doing well.
He fails to roll.
At all.
He fails to roll exact. He's still in the trap, struggling, trying to get out of the thing. You were the only. Weren't you going to jump in?
They didn't approach. They never came within range. They
Griff,
stayed back and fired from range.
Weren't you going to jump in before one of them attacked?
They never came close. They fired from range, so I couldn't reach any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But if at
If
any
you want to take
point
your turn
I can,
now, you can step in.
fair enough. That's what I was going to say. So how do I interrupt if I'm not actually interrupting an action? 'Cause
Well,
I
you
didn't-
held your action, so you can just take your action right now.
All right.
So you're taking.
And
So
seeing that
basically,
they're not
I'm
gonna-
moving you from top of the line to right before Krieg.
So seeing that they're not going to close, and that Craig just got obliterated, even though he's feeling a little nervous, he's not as scared of these guys as he is the bogeys, and Ramen steps up and goes for the one in the trap, like his head is teed up in T-ball with that thing.
Yep. So it's a -2 to his speed because he is clenched. So it's 5s.
Okay, I have. That's a mess. That's a mess. I have 5 hits. 3 of them are 5s.
Ultra crit automatically. So how much damage did you just start with?
5 times 3 is 15.
15. And
But
that's
I've
one
got
of the
the
trap.
iron on it now, so is that 4?
Yes.
Okay, so now it's 4 times 5 is 20.
20 points of damage. And that poor son, he's already taken damage. Okay. And roll your ultra crit for me.
8.
8. You just healed yourself already, so I'm not going to give you that one. Ultra Surge. Like the bogey did before, for the next 5 rounds, all your stats are +2.
Damn.
Nice.
He's swole like Ken Seiko.
Yeah.
Can
And
I
I'll
say,
say you just lobbed his head off. It was
I'm
only
feeling
2 points left
empowered.
on
I
him.
can fight back.
I'll say you lobbed his head off. It was close enough.
Nice. I Gallaghered it. Nice.
You Gallaghered him, yeah. Good thing the
Jeez.
front row's wearing ponchos.
That's awful.
Krieg is up.
Kid's doing so well, but I can't let him be up there by himself surrounded by the enemy. I'm going to have to go and reduce some numbers.
Wait a minute. I thought my initiative was higher than Krieg's.
Yours
Yes.
went first. You shot one.
Yeah,
Krieg hasn't gone yet.
That's right. He'd had a held
Krieg
action,
just
so-
got
He
Krieg
rolled
got effed
terrible.
up. He didn't get to F up
That's right.
back.
I know Ramen just went. I forgot that he held his action though. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go up. I'm going to pick the one on the right and just go to town with him with the sword.
Okay. He's got a speed of 6, my friend.
Now, did you say I had some kind of difficulty because I was all wet now?
If someone starts using electrical abilities, you're in trouble. But I think you remember
Okay.
that from the last time you played, too.
Yep. I think that got me the last time, if I recall correctly, as a matter of fact. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. The Selkie.
Yeah.
But we got the Selkie in the end.
All right. So that's one. Only 2 hits.
She was tasty.
Only 2 hits. So that'll be 10 points of damage
10 points
to
of
the
damage.
one on the right.
That's still a good chunk. Okay, the one on the right gets macheted. Machete! Deacon, you're up. From what you can see right now, you obliterated one. Another one got its head lobbed off.
I will always step to the side if as long as room allows, because I'm not trying to put myself between Street Howitzer and his targets ever again.
Yeah.
You have enough of a combat sense to know to step to the side.
Yeah. I want to aim for one that has not been hit yet. I want to.
So you can go. He went to the one on the right. You can go to the one on the left.
Perfect. All right, and I'm just rolling. What is it under my? Under my
you
speed.
Gotta roll. You can try to beat his speed. It's 1 die, 1 shot. You're keeping track of your ammo, right?
Yeah. I've fired 2 shots. 2 shots so far.
So 6 or higher hits him.
That is an 8.
All right. Another kaboom. How much damage did this one do?
75.
Okay. You can guess what happened to him.
So the first one I hit with like a somewhat glancing blow. I blew a chunk out of his shoulder. I didn't actually but this one, the shot went basically squarely right between his eyes, and just FRM'd him in the back there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
boom!
The first one you hit was the one next to him, and then you hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Brutal. Well, you have a new target. Water jets turn to... I don't know whether to call you Ramen or Griff now.
Whatever you choose.
I'm going to start calling him Kenseiko at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe McGuire. Depends.
Yeah.
But he's got the Roid Rage thing going on.
Go back and forth, yeah.
He's not a physical character like you. He's okay.
But he's fast, which makes it harder to hit with this
And
ability.
he's angry.
All right, so you're being shot at with the spray.
I have no fear.
And I know you have a resistance to Aqua, which you can roll after I see if I hit you. And I got 2 hits on you.
Okay, I get to resist with 5 dice because I have Aqua resistance.
So it's your speed. You want to roll your speed or under?
I have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, all right.
3 under and 1 that is my speed.
Yeah, so you basically... It's just someone squirting you with a squirt gun.
Yeah.
So the next one is aiming for you as well. 2 hits. Go ahead and roll your 5 die, miss. So your one advantage. You're not good at
4 dodge.
combat,
4
but you're good at
resist.
resisting elements. 4. All right. So yeah,
Only
they're
Aqua
both.
and Glamour.
So this is just like nothing to you. It's just hitting you and it's just annoying you. The other one is in a struggle with the hunter that's stabbing him. Oh no, yeah, the hunter that's stabbing him.
Yep.
So he is actually going to use a different ability because it's more fun.
So we've got 3 dead.
Yep.
3 left.
He's going to use Frostbite. Does he have Mastery? No. He's not going to use Frostbite because he has to cast it this round and use it next round. And I don't think he's going to last that long. So he is going to simply do what any small monster would do. He is going to grab the now free trap and try to beat you with it.
Good luck with
He's
that.
looking for something to hit you with. He grabs that and just starts swinging it at you. Craig's got a speed of 6. I'm not rolling good most of the time. 2 hits. He does 2 points of damage. Is that all it took?
No. It would have taken 3.
Oh, you're down to 1?
I am down to 1.
Oh my god. Yeah, he doesn't have a skill in swinging a bear trap at somebody, so it only did 1 point per hit. He just managed to clock you twice with a thing. You almost fall over. You're seeing stars. Ramen, it's your turn.
Now, Ramen's not normally in combat. He's got a little bit
Bear in
of...
mind, Ramen, right now you have a strength of 8 and a speed of 9.
Right, he's got a little nuts. Which is kind of charged into this. All right, so he notices that his friend is in trouble. I would assume then I'm gonna, and he goes after the one that is getting Krieg.
The one that's swinging the trap.
Yep.
That you freed.
It still has a body in it, so it's probably pretty heavy.
True. So it's got a wet end. So 9 die. 6 or higher.
9 die indeed, and I have to get under my speed of 9.
No, you have 6s or higher.
Oh, 6s or higher. Speed. I'm sorry. Thank you. 5, 5, 2, and 3 come out, but that still leaves me because I'm rolling 9 dice at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you said 6. That one comes out too. I've got 4 hits. 2 of them are 6s. 6, 6, 8, 9.
So right off the bat, with your bonus, you do more damage now. It's plus 2 damage because of your strength bonus that you temporarily have.
Okay.
So you're doing, what, 6 per whack now?
6 per hits by 4 is 24.
Yeah. All right, and roll on the crit chart. You want to roll high, because if you roll low, this could hurt you.
Wait, no. I think I'm only doing 5.
Only doing 5?
I think.
2 for your strength, 1 for just hitting, 1 for your skill. Yeah, you're right. 5.
And 1 for lead. 5. So it's 20.
Yeah. Still enough. But roll on the crit chart. What did you roll?
I don't want to tell you.
A 1?
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10?
Yeah.
Ultra crit. All right. Roll again.
But that's crazy.
That is crazy. I don't know what you guys are doing over here.
Do you have any other numbers on that die other
7?
than 10, Glenn?
It's a different die.
I'm dying. That's what I'm doing, Jay. I'm over here dying.
So I'll give you an option right now.
Okay.
You can either Ultra Surge again and add plus 2 to each of your stats.
For 11?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can give 2d10 hit points to your buddy.
This move
there.
was all about helping my friend. So if I can give him 2d10 hit points somehow by like inspiring him to dig deep and find a second win.
Your energy is what's the word I'm looking for? It's so
infectious.
And there, that's the word I was looking for. Infectious.
All right, so
but it just you invigorate him into an extra surge of energy, basically.
So Ramen
Blue
creams this thing, grabs Krieg by the elbow where he's sagging against the wall, lifts himself up and says, "You're not out of this yet, old man."
Just don't let Krieg roll the 2d10 or else he's getting like negative 1 hit points back.
How about you be 2 1s?
No, it is an 8 and a 4 for 12.
Take your 12 points of health, my friend. It's better than 1.
Sure is. Or 2.
I don't think Krieg would have got 12 on 12 d10s.
All right. Yeah. Since you were on the same spot on the chart, I was like, you know what? Let's work some magic here. All right.
That was pretty cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
He's gone, by the way.
It might have been cool to go Ramen smash, but
I wouldn't have hated you if you did.
Taller. I don't know what's going on with him. His baseball bat is looking smaller and smaller, and his giant hands just getting bigger and bigger.
Start calling him. I should start calling him Puddin'.
Puddin'.
Wait, is this really Puddin's origin story? Is that what's happening?
Oh my god, it
is Puddin' what happens when Ramen loses his humanity?
If you leave ramen cooking for too long, it turns into pudding.
Right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, Krieg.
Those of you at home who may not have listened to our original actual play, I played a troll named Puddin' in that one.
Yes.
Yep. I will look somewhat shocked, somewhat proud, somewhat dismayed at the display of sheer power and violence, and I will reassess my place in this troop, and I will get to swinging.
You're like, I'm the comedy relief. Okay.
I say, you guys unleashed something when you taught Ramen he could fight back, I guess.
Yeah. And I look at him, that's still 1, and I just swing at the next one in line. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going at a 6, is that correct?
Yes.
2 hits, 10 points.
Okay.
No exact. Oh, I'm sorry, I had 1 exact, but that's not enough to do anything. So.
Not enough to do anything crazy. Okay.
And that's it. Swing for the blue meat.
getting out of the way for the gun, I think you actually like.
Yeah.
Ramen's feeling huge, so I think it takes you to help push him off to the side. Like, get out of the way.
Give him
Ramen
a
hasn't figured
second.
out to get out of its way yet at all.
Yeah. I gotta give him a
Right now,
second.
you feel like you could take that bullet and laugh.
Yeah.
Ramen.
Are there any still standing?
He's literally 10
There's
foot tall and
still two
bulletproof.
standing. One that got stabbed with a machete, and one that's unharmed.
We'll aim at the one that's unharmed.
Yep. You're playing like the game with the carnival game with the cats on the wall, and you throw the balls. Get one more, you get a stuffed animal. Come on.
That's a 10.
Okay.
For 40 points of damage. Not that much. It was a rough shot. Standing behind Ramen.
It still spins in a vicious circle and falls down into the pool of fey blood that they all seem to be congealing in.
You guys all set up there? There seem to be an awful lot of them.
Keep doing what you do.
You're plowing through them here. All right, the last one remaining who's wounded. That's it. Griff, call it evens or odds.
Oh, Ramen is definitely odd.
Then you're the one. You're the one that he wants. You are the only one.
I'm the one that he wants.
Of course, you're almost impossible to hit right now with a speed of 9. He still managed to hit you once for 3 points of damage.
And that's with...
Claws. Yeah, I know it was less damage to hit with the trap, but it was more the humor of swinging the trap before.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Totally worth it. Plus,
Hey,
it kept you alive.
Hey, look, if I got stuck in a bear trap and I managed to break free, and the person who set the bear trap is in front of me, you can rest assured I'm slapping them down with the bear trap.
That's right. All right, Ramen, you're up.
That's just put that in the book.
Super Ramen.
Oh, and there's but one left.
Right, there's one left, wounded.
And I'm a step or two away, so it'll be a true Happy Gilmore as he takes 2 steps and swings with all of his might.
Are you going to ask him if he wants to go to his home? Are you going to ask him if he wants to go to his home?
Ramen hasn't actually seen that movie, so he can't.
I know.
It takes a lot of those quick puns out for him. So that's 9 dice that we're throwing.
9 freaking dice, 6s or higher.
10, 8, 7, 9. Only hit with 4 of them.
Oh,
And it is not a crit, but 4 by 5 is 20.
20. Yep, that's enough. Boom!
Goes the dynamite.
Goes the dynamite. As the fey flesh settles, with the brighter light that you have, there are things further back. There seem to be a lot of them, and they slip back through doorways. This is not the way you were headed, and things that way decided not to head towards you.
I reset the trap right where it was,
Yeah.
and then I go another couple feet, not so it'd be in our pathway where we have to retreat and get out, but I set a second trap.
Okay.
And then say, let's get going.
All right. Meanwhile, I assume that Deacon's reloading the gun.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Your presence is known. Your gunshots have been echoing around the place. Yeah.
I think
Ramen is walking a little taller.
Good job, kid. But when we have somebody who's got a gun, you got to get out of his way. Do your thing, step back out of his way.
And with your extra high intelligence that you have right now, no problem. But of course, as you guys are out of conflict, you shrink back down to your...
Yes, I become a normal noodle-sized again.
Yeah, your adrenaline slows down a bit. You're feeling good. You're feeling like you're getting retribution here.
And Ramen's
you know
like,
what? You're really
you guys got
glad
a
you're
cracker?
here. Right?
I would say, Ramen says to them, either you guys got like a cracker or a Snickers? I'm like suddenly really hungry. And yeah, Ramen is feeling pretty good and kind of glad that he came. This is very liberating. It's all going to turn horribly wrong in a minute, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
Why don't you hop on the case, Ramen? I'm sure that there's food in there. When we get to the gateway, we can go ahead and open it up and get you a snack.
Hops on the case and sits down.
No, I mean carry the case. I mean roll the case.
He's like, okay, just sits right up on top of the thing.
Oh, I thought I had earned a ride And he gets down and starts pushing it.
That's up to Krieg. I mean, if he wants to pull you, then yeah.
We're good. Don't get caught,
right.
kid.
So you're back at the end of the hall again, with the door to your left, the door to your right, and the door straight ahead of you.
We decided we wanted to go right here, correct? Because you had come left when you came through it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
This is our second turn or third turn?
This is our third turn.
The third turn, I went right, so we go left.
No, you're right. This is our second turn.
I think it's our second turn, though. It's the one with the doors, right?
Yep.
We go right, because I can't left.
Okay.
We're going right.
You're going right. All right. You open up the door. It's swings open into, you can, do you have your full light on, or you back to
Red lights.
Okay. You push it open and it looks like an old, what you can see from here, you can only see stuff closest to the door, but it looks like an old lab. There's workstations. There's assorted microscopes and beakers. Looks like a couple of refrigerators and stuff, but no power. Everything's dark.
Ramen, does this look familiar?
When I came through before, I remember bumping into things, but it was completely dark.
Give me a intelligence check, Ramen.
I like wet better.
I know you do.
Oh, but I made the intelligence check. Holy crap, with it too.
All right, you do not remember this room.
Even though I made the check?
Yes.
I don't remember this room. Did we take a wrong turn?
Let me ask a question. Do we think there's going to be fey magic in the where we're headed?
We're going to be approaching the gateway, so I would assume that would be a fair...
But the gateway, is that like magical?
I think it'd be safe to say that there would be fey magic ahead, yes.
All right, in that case, I think what I want to do is use my smell magic, and I'm going to use it all the way up to level 5.
Okay. All right, so level 5, my friend. You can roll 5 die, spend 5 MP.
Give me a second. Let me knock down my MP appropriately. 5 dice.
And it's going to reduce your humanity by 1. You're going to just roll 1 die and just tell me what you rolled.
Okay. I rolled a 10.
So you're getting a strong sense.
I'm going to turn and keep walking towards that.
Okay. So you're back out in the hallway. You're going to the door directly across from you as opposed to the one you stepped through.
Okay.
Were we at the third turn after all?
No, we're just not at the right turn. It must have come through the double doors. Krieg, are you saying anything as you just walk out of the lab and...
You see me do, and I'm turning.
It wasn't me.
And then I walk and I
Ramen.
Basically like following my nose as I'm going. I'm like, here, the magic's in there.
Why don't you like Looney Tunes where you're just like flying through the air?
You can actually see the smell, like Pepe Le Pew style.
I actually was thinking more like Tom and Jerry, where my tippy toes are like tinkling along the floors, like being dragged by the nose kind of thing.
I like it. I like it.
So your nose hits the door on the opposite side of the hallway.
This is the spot.
All right, let's go through the doors.
Go through.
All right, you open it up. It's a spiral staircase going down.
Do I remember spiral stairs?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Yeah, this feels right.
Okay.
This feels heavy.
Says as he picks up the end of the crate.
Yeah. Pick up the crate again.
I'll go first, and I'll have my gun drawn.
It feels a little more nerving knowing that
second.
you're carrying a box of explosives against your chest as opposed to not knowing what was in it before.
Random equipment.
Random equipment. So you guys are heading down the stairs.
Yep.
At the bottom of the stairs, there's a door, and you can just make out writing on the door. There's a shine from your lights that reflects off of a slightly more reflective writing on the doors. It says Copper Pot.
Is it like printed, or is it like hand scratched, or like
Hand scratched.
Hand scratched. do you make of that?
I think it says copper part.
I think a couple of them can read. And we're at the bottom of the staircase. We're at the bottom of the stairs. We can set this down now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
There's a landing here.
How many,
are we going?
just for reference, how many canisters of explosives are in the crate? Just
There are 12.
good to know. Okay.
He wants to save an extra.
There were only 11, I swear.
8, 6, who knows? Not that many.
Numbers are arbitrary anyway.
Numbers are arbitrary, yeah.
And about how wide are the canisters?
Probably about a 6-inch diameter. And they're about maybe a 1.5 feet long.
I'll take the lead, and I'm just, again, going through the door. I've got red light on, and I have my handgun drawn.
So you open up the door. Directly across the hall from you, a door. To your left is another door, and to your right, the hallway continues.
So you would have turned left, Ramen. We would go to the right if you made that turn immediately before going up the stairs. Does this feel familiar, or do you feel like you had gone? Do you feel like you turned immediately?
Continue going down?
No.
Okay.
Do you think you turned immediately before going up the stairs?
Did I turn immediately before going up the stairs?
Give me an intelligence check.
How do you feel about wit? Oh, I got a 3. I still made it. Okay.
All right.
My intelligence is only a 4.
You remember turning left to go up these stairs, yes?
Yeah, I turned left here to go up the stairs.
Yeah. So this is our direction then.
All right, so you notice it is actually a little drier here. Apparently the water issue was...
We're getting close now.
Okay.
As you're heading down the hall, no bear traps. You're not walking in water either at this point. But as you're...
Krieg, do you want to set a bear trap behind us?
I don't want to put a bear trap anywhere that we might potentially have to run through.
I would rather not get flanked.
I hear you. But if we have to go through it, that could be problematic.
Okay. I will trust your technical assessment.
He's aware of how well you guys have been rolling, but he's also aware of how he's been rolling.
Okay, right.
He's trying to picture out whose leg is this bear trap going to be caught.
Robin and I aren't going to have a problem.
Yeah, one of us is not going to make that roll.
So as you're heading down the hall here, you actually can see a couple of boogies down the hall here. There's a door as you're heading down the hall to your right, and then a door straight ahead, and in between the two, a couple of boogies. Their eyes light up as they turn to look at you guys. They seem surprised that there's anyone down here. Mm-hmm. One of them is larger than the others, and...
Do I recognize him?
Says, Ramen, you've come back to me.
Oh.
Ramen takes an involuntary step forward with his head down.
This one finishes standing up. This one is larger than the others. The others tend to be about 3 feet tall, but this one is about 5 feet tall.
Ramen, you're stronger than they are. Don't forget what you did to them upstairs. I would absolutely like to try to charm him to believing that he is better than or that he is more than what he was when he was under their control.
And since Ramen chose to step in front, take that step forward, I'm going to take that step sideways behind him, draw my bow, and keep it lowered, but be prepared to shoot.
Okay, you manage to keep it behind Ramen so they can't see it, but you get
Correct.
You get the arrow in it. And...
Yeah, it's knocked but not drawn.
Yep. All right, so you're trying to motivate Ramen?
1 on the charm roll.
1 on charm roll? All right, you feel like your team's got your back, Ramen. You're still feeling... You're not feeling the same stat boost that you had a little while ago, but you still remember what that felt like in your team. You can tell that the hunter is right there by your side, and the guy with the gun is cheering you on.
He straightens a little bit.
Yeah. Didn't realize you were so tall, my Ramen.
Oh, he's getting shot.
How many of my friends are here?
We're all here, Ramen. And we're glad to see you came back. And
He's
you brought
getting
us
shot
snacks.
a lot.
If we do our jobs right, only twice.
Ramen takes a couple of more steps forward with his head down, but you guys don't see his back bend again. And his hand is definitely closed around his baseball bat. Its handle fairly firmly.
Ramen, would you like me to take care of this?
How far away are they?
You're walking up to them. They're about 15 feet from you at this point. You haven't stepped into let's hit each other. You're like at the cusp of it.
He just leans backwards over his shoulder and says, yes.
I pull the trigger.
All right, Deacon is launching us into conflict. Deacon is first.
What's my target roll for my speed? Yeah, for my target roll?
Everyone else is going to roll initiative to follow after you. So everyone roll 1d10 plus your wit.
Oof. This time I rolled a 1, so 1 plus 7 is 8.
Yeah, that would be a 12 for me for initiative.
Oh, so that's going to be 9 plus, I think, 1. Let me make sure.
Your wit is 1?
No, my wit is 6. So 3 and 6 is 9.
So you got a 9.
Yeah, so 9.
All right. So what did Griff get?
8.
8.
He's
All
feeling
right.
conflicted, and it's messing with his brain a little bit. The parts of him that are screaming "kill, kill" are louder than the parts that are screaming "obey, obey."
Yep.
So bonus.
So and then we got after that we've got Mr. Jinget, and then we got So you got a 12.
I did, yes.
You guys got 9 and 8 respectively. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Yes, 9 for Krieg, 8 for Ramen. Ramen got 8. See what I did
Not
there?
on my watch, you won't.
So first up is
Appreciate
Deacon.
that.
Yeah, as soon as Ramen looks over his shoulder and says, yes. Without hesitation, Deacon pulls the trigger.
Okay. You aiming for Jinget?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Okay. Your bullet goes right at him. Roll your damage.
Oh, that's right. I had to roll high on that one. That's right. It's contested. Oh, that's 50 points. 5-0.
All right. Give me a wit check.
Oh, is he immune to it? Success. That's a 3 on its 7.
Okay. Not so much immune to it. Looks like your bullet went right through him and hit the wall behind him. It definitely went right through him, though.
That's poor. Ramen?
Next up is Boogie number 1.
Cool.
He runs at you, comes at you. 3 hits, 9 points of damage.
I don't like that.
I know you don't. The other one is running past you guys and heading for the gunner. He's not going to get to him this turn, but he's coming at you hot.
Okay.
After that, it's Jinget's turn. Jinget laughs. Says, I see you need to bring strong friends with you. And howls at you. Actually, do you have MP? Is that going to be worth it? You do. Alright, he's casting level 5 Howl. Howl. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, status cards. Here we go. Howl. What? Let's see. I don't have to ask you what your wit is. I know what your wit is. I got it right here.
7.
One of your better stats. 4 successes, though.
Is Howl a glamour?
It is.
I get 5 resistance dice to it then.
Roll 5 dice to try to resist it. You have to roll your wit or under.
5 of 5, 6. 5 successes. One of them being my wit.
Jeez.
Sheesh. All right, so it does nothing. It's loud and scary, but it does nothing. He's realizing that he's subjected you to his powers too much, and you've learned
Too many times.
You've learned to resist them, and suddenly he's the gunshot. He's like, aha, and then suddenly this. He's like, oh crap. All right. Next up is Krieg.
If this guy's on me, I can't obviously use the bow and arrow on him. Would I be able to just simply let that fall to the floor and utilize my...
Yeah, you
My
have it right
machete?
there in your waist. You can pull it right out.
All right, so I will drop
Especially
that.
if you're not doing any running anywhere or anything like that.
Yep.
So
Bow drops, machete goes out, and I cut it down.
speed of 6, my friend.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's actually roll 6 and not 7 of them. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 successes. One of them is a 6.
Okay,
So
no
15
crit.
points of damage.
How much damage?
15, 1-5.
Okay. So, yeah, you're slicing and dicing into the guy. He roars at you angrily. Ramen, you're up.
So, emboldened by the fact that he was able to shake off Jenget's howl,
Yep.
Ramen charges him, screaming
With a
at the
baseball
top
bat?
of his lungs like a wild man.
See if you can keep
I
these
won't
amazing
scream at the
dice
top of
rolls
my
up.
lungs, though.
He's got a speed of 6.
He has a speed of 6, so I must be over 6.
Yep, 6 or higher.
Alright, 4 dice, I get 3 hits. 3 by 5 is 15.
Okay. The first 2 swings go right through him, but the third one actually hits him. So, like, your first 2 swings right through him, but the third one, you strike something the third time.
His eyes widen a little bit, and he takes he doesn't back off, but he takes a step back just to reassess.
It's like, oh, there's going to be no retribution for you. Next up is Deacon.
Cool. So the bogey that is running at me, so I have my pistol trained right now. As he is running up to me, I want to, with my offhand, basically grab a handful of his fur and cast Hot Touch at level 5. So I'm going to spend 5 magic points.
Yep.
And by my math, that should do 5d10 times 2 damage.
So so what it does is the grip is going to do just your success dice times 2 damage. So whatever. So if you got 3 successes, it would do 6 points.
Because it says level d10 times 2.
Right. So level D10 means the number of successful dice.
Oh, okay.
So it's not going to do as much damage as the way you guys are equipped with your physical attacks.
Got it. Okay. All right. So what would I get to roll?
Well, you could possibly light the thing on fire. So
Right.
there's always that too.
Yeah. I'm casting it at level 5. It says at level 5 it can light a fire or have a burning effect on the target. So what do I roll for my check then? So it's just like my regular speed against his
so
speed?
speed others, so you're just trying to beat their speed because you're trying to grab them with your hand.
All right. I'm going to do that with my speed. So what is their speed?
So if you're going to cast a level 5, you roll 5 dice, 1 for each level of the ability.
Okay.
And you want to
got
roll
it.
their speed or higher. Their speed is 6, so 6s or higher. Basically, your hand lights up.
Yep. That'll be 3 successes, so 2 hit points. Times 2, so 3
6 points of
successes,
damage.
6 hit points. Yeah.
And he's burning because you did it at level 5.
Basically catches on fire.
Yeah. Which means he's going to take additional damage each round.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone seeing what he's doing? Magic is afoot. His hand lights up on fire and he grabs the boogie.
Would that trigger Liwanika's or Krieg's Fey magic sense?
If you cast, he's not touching you at the moment,
Right, good call. Yep, never mind.
and he's not. If he's casting it, it would pick it. It would pick that up.
Yeah.
And because you cast an ability, it's 1 tick down on your humanity.
All right. You guys probably don't see him use that ability very often.
So this would be the first time anyone's seen you use it.
Yeah, fair. True.
They probably had no idea you had magic.
Ramen still didn't. He's like 15 feet ahead of you.
Yeah.
You may have not have
on the other
noticed.
Fair enough.
Only one who might have noticed is if Krieg is trying to keep an eye on what's going on everywhere else around the
Krieg and I weren't very far
basically.
apart.
But I'm pretty much focused on the one that's in my grill and the leader that's ahead of me.
Yep.
So
Totally. Yeah. You probably noticed that the one next to me is now on fire, but you're not sure how he got on
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
You smell burning hair. All right.
It's getting hot in here.
Oh, hair. So the boogie that was attacking our hunter. How you feeling over there? You feeling lucky, punk?
Not great.
We're down to what? 4 hit points?
Yep.
Jay looks excited to kill somebody, I gotta say.
He won't die right away unless I roll really good.
Welcome to the middle of the show. We wanted to take a minute and thank the people who help make this show possible, our Patreon supporters. We like to shout out our adventurer level Patreons, so extra big thanks to Tim Morris, Joe Harney, Dave Rideout, Adam Scaramella, and Marty Napier. Patreon supporters get exclusive content, free copies of all of our published and unpublished game supplements, early access to episodes, and free invitations to our monthly games. You can learn more at www.patreon.com/ttjourneys.
Speaking of published material, have you checked out the supplements we have on DM's Guild? We have 2 full books, The Traveler's Guide to Collaborative World Building, The Traveler's Guide to the Multiverse, and you can combine it with all of our supplements to make your next roll legendary. Go to www.ttjourneys.com/DM's Guild for more information.
If you're looking for Tabletop Journeys swag or need a fantastic set of new dice, then you should check out the Tabletop Journeys Spring Store and our affiliate, FanRoll Dice. You can make your first purchase through FanRoll at 10% off, and every purchase helps support the show. You can learn more about that at www.ttjourneys.com/fanroll. And if you want to get some awesome t-shirts, hoodies, hats, or other gear, check out www.ttjourneys.com/swag to get redirected to our spring store. These are the same vendors that we use for our add-ons when we do Kickstarters and stand by their products.
But the best way you can support the show is by joining the conversation. Did you love one of the episodes? Did you disagree with something we said? Maybe you just want us to cover your favorite game system a little more, or talk about a brand new system. Check us out at linktr.ee/ttjourneys. That's our link tree. And join the conversation.
We hope you're enjoying this week's show, so here comes the second half. Don't forget to subscribe to the show wherever you're listening to us, and if your platform lets you leave a comment or a rating, why not hit the button and show your support? Thanks again for listening, and now on with the show.
I wish I could turn the camera and show you this. Take 3 points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Are you down to 1 again?
Oh my god. Yes.
If you got the -10, you would have been in big trouble. But at 1, you're still standing-ish. So it punches you in the face and you, like, drop to 1 knee.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, the other one, who's now on fire, is attacking our gunman over there. I know, when you're used to doing massive damage with a gun, suddenly a spell, that's all it does.
Yeah.
It's Deacon's speed, 5. 4 hits.
That's all right.
Now that you got hold of him, you just put that gun right on against his head and pull the trigger.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, next turn, it's just going to be,
Blood and guts. All right, next up. Jingit. Jingit took some damage. Jingit didn't like that. Jingit is trying to slip through the door. You can get one swing at him right now, or you can try to stop the door if you want.
Oh, he's trying to escape?
Yep, he's going. There's the double doors right here. He's trying to slip through it because he wasn't expecting to take enough damage to take some damage.
Oh, cut him off. Stop the door.
Stop the door? All right, it's a speed check between you two. He's rolling a speed check, you're rolling a speed check.
Single die?
Yep, he passed.
As did I.
All right, one more check. You passed.
10.
You failed.
Passed.
All right, so he stomps on your foot, and you manage to, and he pushes through.
Yeah.
Goes into the room.
I had to roll under my own stat.
I had to
So the 10
under
did
your
not.
stat. Yep.
Typically, when I do a dueling dice in one round of conflict, I'll let it. If you tie, you do one more roll that round, and if it's still a tie, then it's a stalemate for that attempt.
Cool.
If you nail it, you override a success. If you roll the number exact, you override the other person having a success. But he managed to worm his way through the door. I think it's because they're fluffy, so like you didn't realize how small he actually is.
Or it's like a cat.
Fluff.
They're liquid.
Yeah, that kind of a thing. So he slips through the door. Next up is Craig. How you feeling?
I'm hurting, but not as bad as this guy's gonna be. I'm gonna swing and try to put this one down. Oh, that's not great. 2 hits for 10 points of damage.
All right, that's not enough to take him down.
Get off of me!
He smiles. I wonder what you taste like.
Burnt
Ramen?
toast and applesauce. I have no idea.
Ramen does not chase the guy. He turns and goes to aid his friends. He's not running off in the dark on his own. He is too smart.
Your hunter friend looks like he's about to drop dead. So
Ramen turns around, rushes over, swinging his baseball bat. That guy's head going, just keep on wondering, buddy.
6s.
Oh my goodness.
Is the magic disappearing?
No.
He said emphatically.
3 10s, an 8, a 7, and 2 6s.
God dang.
So that's
7 successes and 2 crits.
6 successes, and you do. How much are you doing a turn right now? 4? Yeah, because with the
Oh, 4, yeah, back to 4, because I don't have the extra bonus from Hulk.
So you're 24 points of damage, which is enough to take care of him. But let's roll on the crit chart, too.
That was 7 by 4. Okay. 2 this time, and that's on the first crit chart, so that's the bad side for me.
Yeah, it's not a one would go to the really bad chart. A mental zap. You lose 2 MP. Not that you've been using your MP.
I don't think I have anything that costs it. My Iron Will is free.
Yeah. With your rate, you can purchase abilities that you can actually spend. Yeah, you don't have any, you in particular. They're just there.
It's a spendable commodity, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next
picks
up,
Krieg up by the elbow again and says, "Steady there."
You feel like you're going to throw up, Krieg. Deacon, you're up.
Speaking of about to throw up, so I've got this flaming ball of fur in my hand.
Yeah, so he takes additional damage. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep. And I'm gonna brain him so that we can go get the other dude there.
All right. So let's see here.
He's basically restrained.
I know I had a specific adjustment for headshot. Point blank range. So it's -2. So it's -2 his speed. So it's 4 or higher is what you need.
4 or higher, okay.
Because he can still move.
Would you believe I freaking missed?
When you were shooting down the hall, you were rolling 10s and you missed here.
I missed. I rolled a 2.
Oh no!
I'm gonna shoot you! Bang! That's just a warning shot.
I scared you though, didn't I?
They're big and furry, and so when you shot him, it went through the fur. It was a good shot.
Yeah.
It just didn't hit
Carnival
flesh.
game. You have to aim for the center of the cat. All that.
I was
fluff
distracted by the
inside.
fact he's on freaking fire. It's like,
He's on fire too. Yes. He's actually a little shocked. The gunshot went off, and he's like,
ow.
So that's 3 hits, 9 points.
Whew. I don't like that at all.
From the flaming furball. Next up is Jingus left the room.
All right, I'm going to this guy one more time. I'm like, will you just die?
This is a new one for you.
I killed the one on you. You're after the one that's on Josh. If you're
okay,
the one getting Deacon.
That is very. They're all monsters. That's 4 hits and 2 6s.
So it's a crit. All right, so 4 hits does you do how much per hit?
20.
All right. He's still standing. But now we're going to roll in the crit chart.
And how many am I rolling for that? Just 1 die?
1 die. The higher you roll, the better.
10.
Nice.
Ultra crit.
Get
Now
you to
we're
the
rolling
good
the
chart.
ultra crit chart. Go for it.
9 or 10, 9 or 10, 9 or 10.
1.
Oh, 9 or 10 would have full healed you.
Yeah.
Boom. Everyone except you suffers knockdown.
Ugh.
So everybody, like, you hit hard enough that it knocks everybody off their feet. So he's at -2 speed until his turn, but so is everybody else because you have to get back up.
All right.
So it's just you swung down at him hard enough that it just shook the place. Ramen, it's your turn. You might want to get up.
Ramen gets up.
But you don't have a ranged attack. You have to spend your movement to get back up. So
It takes all of my movement to get up.
you know what?
How far away from each other are we? Because I'd already closed back to where.
Right, they travel like half your speed because they're small. You can catch up to them.
Okay, because I was gonna say if I'm
Long
close enough,
legs.
I won't even bother getting up. I'll just push off from the wall with my legs and swing at him like a frickin' pinata from underneath.
You want to swing at them like a pinata? Go for it. Maybe there's candy inside.
Nom 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 delicioso. No, Ramen
Those
doesn't want
fours
to.
are higher.
They're gross.
There's going to be candy in there.
4 or higher. Those 3 miss, so I have 4 hits. Only 1 4, so it is not a crit.
All right, 4 hits is
4 by 4 is 16.
yeah. It does not have candy in it, but now you know for sure that it does not have candy in it. You crack it in the back, and it just ruptures on the front side, and its teeth go, and its eyeballs pop out, and it just
Didn't have
glorious
candy,
moment
but
for
there were some flaming buttholes flying at you. So
And there are flaming tufts of hair flying through the air. Yes.
It's like sparkles.
Jiggy got away.
Ramen takes care of my guy that's on fire. I stand myself up and dust myself off and say, "Let's go get that son of a bitch that wanted to eat you."
Is there any first aid mechanic or anything to help Home Skillet here recover some hit points? And Ramen's like,
You know
yeah,
There
he's not
was
eating anybody ever again.
Nobody picked that character. We'll do the magical med kit
Okay.
where you have 2 of them, and each one is 2d10 health. So the question is, do you want to use them both right now, or do you want to use one and save one?
Or does Deacon need one?
I'm down to 14 hit points, but I'm gonna pretty much stay away from this dude. So I'm just gonna stand back and shoot at him. So
You get one, I get one.
all right, I'll take it.
If I go down, you're going to need some help to stay up.
All right, fair enough.
So,
Or we could double down on the tank.
I was gonna say you could double down on you. Yeah, I think that's the better play.
if you say that, that's fine. There's no way Krieg would actually make that choice on his own. It'd be
Nope,
more
totally.
like he would hand it to you, he would take one, and then if you choose to hand it back to him, he will begrudgingly take it.
Absolutely, and Ramen, unless you need one too, because you've been up front also. What
I've
have you
taken
for
3
damage?
points of damage since my full heal from Hulk Ramen.
So let's give them both to Krieg.
Okay.
I would agree.
Four
He
d10s.
seems a
Krieg,
little frail.
Roll your Heelys, Craig. You get to roll 4d10.
All right,
5.
10, 18, 20, 18,
Carry
23.
one.
Oh, it's
Times
better
two.
than average.
Yep.
Yeah.
Average would be 20, so there you go.
Nice.
So you get
Sweet.
23 hit points back.
That probably feels good.
It
Feels
sure
better than one
does.
hit point.
All right. So Deacon goes full light on his and charges through the door.
All right.
That son
Gun
of a
drawn.
bitch.
Yep.
First thing, so who's going through the door first?
I will.
All right.
I
So
guess Deacon did.
This is your right hand turn here into this space. You're stepping into, with your lights on, you can see it's a large storage room. There's stocked shelves lining the walls. There's not a lot on them. But up ahead of you, there's a big old crack in the wall at the far end of the room. And standing in front of it is a man with dark hair wearing a trench coat and pointing a gun straight at you.
As I burst through the door, I holler back to one of them, "Bring one of the canisters!"
Ramen takes the canister. Okay, out of the crate.
So does Krieg.
All right.
I can do this too.
Yep. And then if I go through the door and I see him pointing a gun at me, I will try to take cover.
So there's nothing immediate. He's like, don't make me pull the trigger. Get your friends in here.
Who are you?
As you see what else is in the room, Jingit is near him over there. And there's also a large, looks like half wolf, half hyena creature by his side. It's about probably 8 feet long.
So, Jay, as we are about to step into the room, I need a little bit of spatial awareness,
Yes.
kind of.
Yep. So the room itself is probably about 60 feet by 60 feet.
Okay.
The door you're at, let's say, is on the south side of the room, centered on the room itself. And on the far northern end of the room, there's a crack in the wall, and there's a human standing there in a black trench coat with dark hair, holding a gun pointed. He's aiming at Deacon.
Oh.
Jingit is standing next to him, and to his right is a large combo wolf hyena looking creature. There are rows of scantily stocked metal shelving.
With the shelving, are they faced towards the center, so there's a center hall?
There is
or
a center hall from your door right down to the back wall. They're running parallel north to south.
So, like, in theory, you could push them and they'd all fall down that way, like towards them, like domino towards
From where
them?
you're standing, if you pushed one of them, you may be able to domino half of them one way.
Yeah.
If you push the other side, you domino half of them the other way.
But they wouldn't domino towards the middle. They would, if the hallway goes down the middle, they would domino out to the sides.
Okay, not
or end to each other.
So you could
but not
go
in that
around
direction.
one and push it so it could domino in front. They don't go all the way to the far walls. There's 10 feet before the shelving.
Fair enough.
So there's a space to walk around the entire circumference.
And last question. Is this perfectly flat? Or does it have any kind of cant? Like, is it somewhat sloping? That type of thing?
It's minimally sloped. There is actually a drain towards the center of the space. It's very marginally sloped. If you spilled something, it would trickle towards the drain, but not like sloped. It is a man-made concrete floor.
All right, but they are in the center hallway, so we actually have to walk into the room.
You guys are basically center of the room, north wall, south wall.
Okay.
Directly across from each other.
And he's got a gun drawn, again pointing at Deacon.
Do the shelves go all the way to the ceiling?
They stand up about 10 feet. You see a couple of ladders stacked up against the wall, just off to your left. Full regular step ladders.
How much space between the 10-foot shelf and the ceiling?
Looks like it maybe about 3 feet. So it's probably a 13, 14 foot ceiling. In
so
here.
no running across the top of them. Not that much space. Cool.
No,
now,
you can jump from one to the next.
last, and just because I didn't quite catch this, when we enter, are we straight on? They can see us as we enter the door?
Yes. Yep. They are directly across from you on the other side of the space.
All right. That takes care of the plan that I had.
As you guys step through, you come in each holding a canister
Behind my back.
behind your back.
Ramen, nobody told him behind his back, so Ramen's just carrying it.
Okay.
Actually, less behind my back. If I've got Deacon in front of me, Ramen effectively at my side, and there are these shelves, I would be holding it in my left hand, but not stepping over as we enter because there's a lot going on. I will step so like my shoulder over wouldn't be seen behind the shelf.
Okay.
I'm not going to give him the ability to shoot a canister in my hand.
Okay. All right. So he's looking at the three of you. Goes, so what brings you to Copperpot's place, causing such a ruckus out there?
We have orders. And your monsters are in the way.
What are your orders?
I don't really think that you're authorized to know that.
While they're talking, Ramen walks up to Deacon and holds out the canister.
Hold on to that for a moment.
He's trying to have a talk, and you're like, here, I bought you your present.
Thermonuclear device.
Pudding. All right. So he's. What do you want?
To complete my mission and for you to be a puddle at my feet?
So your mission is to kill me?
No. That's a really good time. Why do you align yourself with these monsters?
They're
Don't you
only
know
here
the
to
natural
protect
order
me.
of
They
things?
align themselves with me. They're here to protect me.
Bad call.
So you cower behind them, I see.
No, they just happened to run into you first. I would have protected all of them.
Would you?
Indeed. I could blast a hole in you. You could blast a hole in me. Sounds like we need to work this out. What exactly do you want other than killing me?
You to put down your weapon, you to surrender, and let us do what we came here to do.
And what is that?
What he said. As I said, I have a
If
mission.
you surrender, you don't have a need to know that. Those are our terms.
Those are terrible terms.
I didn't say they were good ones, but they're the only ones you're going to get. Or,
I'll turn
more
to look at
accurately,
Krieg and say, they're
the
pretty good
best
for
ones
us,
you're gonna
actually.
get. Terrible for him, good for us. 6-1, half done the other. What say you? Do we have an accordance?
Are you here just to use the gate?
Use is probably an accurate version of it.
You're not planning on harming the gate, are you?
Harm?
No.
Absolutely not.
What exactly are you doing at the gate?
As I
Again,
said,
not part of the terms we discussed.
what he said.
You want to live, put down the weapon, send your little monsters away, and we'll take care of the rest.
Not that one.
Those
That's right.
explosives?
That one owes my friend a blood debt. He stays. The rest of them go.
His mop of hair wiggled at him as he jerked his chin.
What, Jinget here, my little Jingy? My little Jingies upset you?
Did he eat your parents?
You wouldn't dare.
When I'm done, he will never dare again.
What you don't understand is this deal gets worse for you the more you keep talking. Send the other ones away. Put your gun down.
I like how you think I'm just giving you more time.
I'm done with this. I turn and roll away from the center of the hall, and if you need me to do initiative first, I am going to roll my canister down the length all the way down there and give it enough oomph so it rolls the whole way.
Okay. So you are getting first turn here, my friend.
Yep.
Krieg goes first. Everyone else can roll initiative.
12 for me.
And how about... so then we get one other creature. Oof. All right. So then it's Krieg, Jinget. What did Deacon get?
12.
12. And Griff? What did you get, Griff? 10. Or Jose, whatever we're calling you this time. And
Sammy?
It's called Sosa.
all right.
Yeah, he shrunk back down now.
Yeah.
So Krieg,
Yes.
you are throwing the canister down the aisle.
No.
Rolling.
Rolling the canister down the aisle.
That's why I was
trying to get
asking if it. That's why I was
Good try,
asking if it had a slant. Because what I was gonna do is just
I'll drop
Kick
it and
it.
let it just casually on its own.
like casually roll as I kept him talking. But once I realized
this
that
place was
wasn't,
built pretty sound and level-esque.
it was a very weak chance of a possibility, but it was worth asking.
It was worth asking. Yeah. All right. So you're
I'm gonna give it the roll it needs to roll all the way,
okay, and then you're moving over an aisle.
and then I am going to as many shelving units as I can. I'm basically going to go down at least one row. If I can make it down another and get back between the shelves, I will do that. But
So you're spending your action moving as far around.
I'm maneuvering. Basically, I won't be where they think I may have been. I'm going to try to be further down.
All right, so you're trying to get two down, basically. Let's see. What do you got for skills to help you with this? Ballroom dancing.
Ballroom dancing. I'm light on my feet.
Give me a speed check.
Oh, I am, however, the precision with which I had to roll the device has slowed me down, so I'm not back out of eyesight. I didn't get that far. I rolled a 10.
Okay. You hit your shoulder again, like you're trying to cut the shelf quick.
Yeah.
You just hit your shoulder against it, and it's boom, and you lose your momentum. You're one aisle over. Yep. Some of the almost empty boxes topple off the shelf a little bit.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Jingit. He's not fast enough for that. He's following in suit on the other opposite end to see if he can follow you heading down the corridors, keeping an eye on you from the opposite side. He can keep up. It's easy to track you when you hit your shoulder against the shelf. So he as you manage to move over an aisle, he also moves over the aisle. Next up is Deacon.
All right. I am leveling my shot and shooting the canister.
Okay. Canister is considered small. So it's +2 to hitting it. So it'd be a 5 or higher, my friend.
Okay. That's a 7.
That is enough to hit it.
And so, again, 2d10 times 5 damage, I think it was?
Oh, to the canister itself.
Uh-huh.
Your bullet's gonna... Your bullet's gonna break the canister.
Yep. And the intention is to go ahead and have it damage what's inside enough to go ahead and ignite it.
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to figure out the size of the explosion.
Sorry, Krieg. I think you're going to be in it.
We're all going to be in it a little bit here.
That's all right.
This whole room just goes up in flames. 50 by 50 room. Yeah. Everybody has to make I'm trying to decide whether it's a strength check to resist the explosion or a speed check to try to take cover from it. You know what? Those are your two options. Choose. You only get one or the other.
Oh, I'm definitely going with strength.
Speed.
Covering strength means you are just doing your best to withstand it.
Yep.
You're only going to take half damage from it if you
I rolled under my speed with a 5.
All right, so you're only going to take half damage.
I have a better shot with strength, but I still take half. I don't even know how big this or bad this thing can be.
Bad.
I'm going to go with speed, and I hate saying that. I got to roll 6 or under. Oh.
60% chance.
4!
I got a 2, so I'm good too.
Okay, the three of you are okay. Jingit is going to use his strength to try to resist. He passes. Copperpot, speed, fails.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Damn it. Okay, and Shunka is going to go strength, passes. All right, let's see a damage, an explosive. Ooh, okay.
How many d10 do I get?
Roll 2d10.
Roll 2 d10s. That's 12.
12? All right. So it's 60 points of damage to anyone that failed. And 30 points to everyone who succeeded.
Whew. Alright. It could have been worse.
Not that I really want to say this out loud, but does the canister I'm holding go off? Standing beside
Let's
Deacon.
roll that next, my friend.
Cool.
Alright, so I'm just going to write down their damage first. So.
I'm pretty sure Krieg is already lying face down in the dirt, so this may finish us all off.
With the... I thought with the speed, we were able to duck it. It was only the strength that we got half.
Still half damage, you're just taking shelter.
Oh.
Yeah, we all just took 30 points of damage.
Oh. I don't have 30 points to take. I'm in the
Yeah,
dirt.
neither do I. Yeah.
So you're both unconscious, right? Or did you get the negative your full hit points?
Ooh.
If I take... let's see.
Perhaps I have erred. This was for you, Ramen.
Oof. All right. So
Yeah.
one second,
Extra crispy now.
Still doing their damage here. 1 second. I think it only took half of that,
Whoops. I didn't think it'd be that much.
and then the other one would be. Okay.
I really wish I had been successful in getting out of the damn way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
all right.
being out of the damn way didn't help me.
How negative are you guys?
I'm -6.
I'm That's cute. I'm -16.
Ooh, 16's bad.
16's real bad.
16's bad. All right.
Yeah,
Negative
get me out of my
6
own boots.
is recoverable. You're not going to bleed out. But 16 means if no one's going to help you,
No.
you're going to die.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody can help me because we used both of the med packs.
And now I got to roll to see what happened with the one he's holding. All right. You do not want me to roll high. In
We're
fact,
taking
I'm going
them
to
with
have
us.
you roll it.
Okay.
If you roll a 7 or higher, it goes off.
I rolled a 7.
Oh no!
You said 7 or higher as the die settled on 7.
What you have to do, Glenn, is you have to look at him as the light's going off, and you have to say, "Hello, boys, I'm back."
Instead, as he sees it start to crackle and stuff in his hands as he's holding it, he looks across the room at Copperpot and says, "Well, you're coming with me," and chucks it towards the center of the room.
Yes.
All right. There's a glorious explosion. Even if roll the damage, unless you roll super low, I don't think anyone survived.
What was the damage?
2d10.
2d10 times 10.
2d10 times 10. How do you feel about a 9 and a 6?
Oh,
I feel like
God.
that's
I've
enough.
had hot dice all night, so I'm not stopping now, apparently.
We
So
just
that
brought down
is-
this whole room.
no!
That's
All
like
right, so
15,
this-
150.
There's this moment where you shot the canister, your shot landed beautifully, and then you realize, I wonder how big an explosion this is going to... And
The
one
last
who
thing that goes
survived
through
the
Ramen's
blast-
mind is his ass.
The one who survives the blast looks down at his canister like, oh, boom again!
And then the whole crate of canisters
Right outside the doors.
door just
Yeah, I think-
collapses the whole room.
You guys obliterate this whole bunker.
I was gonna say the whole complex would probably cave in, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have...
We succeeded in the mission.
No, the mission
no, you
was
did
to
not
deliver
succeed in
those to somebody on the other side.
What you
blow
did succeed
over
in
there.
is you have created an inaccessible gateway to the Fey world. You've cut off a way in and out for Fey. So this was a victory for Ramen anyway. You have
Right.
wiped out the entire group of bogies that you were affiliated with, and if there were any humans left, they are buried
They've been-
underground right now.
They've been released from their servitude, and
They've
we will
been
all be reunited
we've
with Hot
rescued
Pocket
them.
in the afterlife.
Yes.
Exactly. And speaking of the afterlife cert, when I get there, it's probably you did what?
I'll be like, Dad, is that you, Porterhouse? Mama, Jambalaya?
Oh, Grand Chief Prime Rib is here, I see. Oh no! There's this huge from above ground. There's this little cloud of smoke that comes out of
It's
the
like an
end of the
earthquake,
door.
yeah.
It, like bursts open, and
Yeah.
then
The ground just like
ground there settles.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I mean, that was a solution.
It was a solution.
At the bottom of this mine lies a big bowl of ramen.
All right.
So I think this is a TTJ first.
It's not true. The owlbear ate well one night.
That's true. This is a TTJ second.
Yeah.
We
a
have
TPK.
a full-on TPK.
Yeah.
The difference is we actually succeeded in defeating the enemy
Right.
while getting a TPK.
Yes.
Well, getting TPK. Yeah.
All
So-
part of our plan. We knew this place was too big for us to handle.
Blow it up.
Deacon was trying to give his deity weapons.
Exactly. So basically, the reason why we had all these explosives was my deity said, "I need 12 nitrogen-rich explosive canisters delivered to me on the other side of the gateway. So that's where we were delivering them to him on the other side. Because
hopefully your deity doesn't have access to you in the afterlife, because you done up.
On the plus side, you don't go to the fake place in your afterlife, so...
There's plenty of it in me, and I have been delivered to the afterlife. Super fun as always, Jay. Lots of fun. Love this game system. This game system is so much fun for like narrative type games like this. I love it.
I know it was a little different playing humans this time as opposed to...
No, Ramen was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved him from the moment I read his bio.
it was... The characters were meatier, I think. There was less like wackadoodle bullshit, which was fun. You know what I mean? When we played the monsters, the wackadoodleness was part of the fun that we were having. This time around, it's almost like the characters were so mundane against the wackadoodle that that's what made it fun. So yeah, I like both sides. This is interesting.
And honestly, for me, I'm thinking playing the character who's fighting against this thing, but then to some extent, I have to use some of their things to be able to do that. I love the fact that this scenario really leaned into, hey, you got to use a couple of these abilities to get through. You
used Iron Will a bunch.
I used every one of my special abilities in this scenario. There's not anything that really I do well or couldn't do. I used pretty much everything, every skill I have other than Phalor.
Yeah.
Through the course of this scenario. It's been 2 years since the three of us sat down to play the game, right? The mechanics were right there at some point. It is such the core mechanics of the game remain fun, easy to use. I am so excited for when this element that we're playtesting tonight gets completed and ready and gets out there. You and I have GM'd in the same room a couple of times now, and I tell you, for the audience, if anybody goes to a convention, sees Jay playing, one, get on his table. Don't just watch him do the thing like I end up having to do, but get on that table and play the game. Everybody is always having a great time. Like, people are involved. They're intrigued. They love the scenarios that you've written. Everyone you've done so far has been like great to go. I don't think I've ever seen you not have a full table, or if not, and even when they're full, I've seen you had to, pull up a chair to add somebody else too.
So, I usually have a couple of people. I'm like, come on over. If someone doesn't show up, grab their seat.
So
nice.
Good stuff.
Jay, we'll be back next week with our kind of breakdown of the game system as we saw it and the session here. So really looking forward to that discussion. I think that there's a lot for the three of us to think about and talk about after this episode. So thanks very much again for coming on and sharing Faye with us.
Thank you, guys. It was a real fun time opening up the can of Mortal.
Great time. It was so much fun.
One last time before we let you go, how can folks connect with Faye and how can they connect with you?
Sure. So you can always go to my website, which is www.eden.com, that's my small publishing house. And Tales on that is TALES. You can find Faye also on Drive-Thru RPG if you're into digital RPGs. You can also find me on social media with Faye or me in general. My name is spelled uniquely enough. It's JAYMOERS. So you can find me on Facebook very easily that way. Instagram. I always love connecting with people. I love hearing about their Faye stories. We have a lot of things in the pipeline. I have a lot of things coming up. I have 4 books I'm working on right now for Faye. And I even here I'll exclusively say we have a new spin-off miniature skirmish game coming up for Faye. It uses the same type of very accessible dice rolling where you actually build a small troop of Fae and you battle other Fae. It's a different point in the timeline, but it's coming along nicely, and that'll be out pretty soon too.
Excellent. Awesome. Nice to see you keeping busy, my friend. All right, that's our actual play of Fae, and we'll be back next week with our game reviews. Until then, have a good week. We'll talk to you then. Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Tabletop Journeys. We would love to hear your feedback on our show today. Join us at www.ttjourneys.com, where you can subscribe to the blog to leave comments and see all the content that we publish beyond the podcast.
You can also stay in touch by subscribing to our Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at TT Journeys, joining our Facebook group, Tabletop Journeys, or by sending an email directly to podcast@ttjourneys.com. Our full episodes come out every week on Friday, and every Tuesday features actual play and gameplay showcase episodes. Looking for early access? You can support the show and get episodes before everyone else at www.patreon.com/ttjourneys. Check it out today and see all the awesome benefits we bring to our supporters.
Lastly, if you're listening to us on Stitcher, iTunes, Podchaser, Spotify, or Audible, we would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the podcast on that platform. Thank you for listening and for being a part of our growing community. And we bid you fair tides, friends, for legends await.